Welcome back to the channel for the final upload of the year. As both the decade and the year come to a close, I want to take a look back and reflect on how we've done over 2019. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's pretty crazy to believe that, not only is the year finishing up, but actually the decade too. The 2010s are going to be finished as of this year, and soon we'll actually be moving on to the 2020s, which is pretty crazy. And 2019 has, as any year is, been a pretty big year. The first photo of a black hole was taken, Trump got impeached, and so on. And also this has been a year of growth for the channel too. So let's start by taking a look at some of the numbers and milestones that we hit during the year. At the beginning of the year, we were around 750 subscribers. Now we are around 4,140. We hit 1,000 in February, 2,000 in July, 3,000 in September, and recently this month, 4,000 in December. When we started out the year, we were at 150,000 views. Now we are just over 1.3 million views, having hit that 1 million mark earlier in the fall. This month in particular has also been really good for the channel. We've gained around 800 subscribers, starting the month out at 3.3 thousand, and now we are at 4.1 thousand. Here are the top 3 most popular videos on the channel. Number 3 is 10 Things That Happened Too Much in Ninjago from September with 30k views. Number 2 is How Old Are Ninjago Characters Part 1 at 57,000 views. And the most popular upload on the channel is Ninjago Season 10 trailer Infinity War style at 169,000 views from way back in April. And both of these top 2 videos have around 1.3 thousand likes each, making them my most liked videos as well. I will also use this section to highlight some of my channel changes, and one of them is of course my logo. At the start of the year, this was the logo. Then in May, we made the switch to the current logo, drawn by my friend Booty, and huge shout out to him, he's been a great guy throughout the last year. We also used seasonal logos this year too, so here's the Fire Chapter logo, and then later on the summer, we switched over to the Ice Chapter logo. I also believe I've improved my content quite a bit since the year began. At the beginning, I was still stammering a lot, and the recording quality wasn't the best, but now I use scripts more often, and I also started using a new app to make thumbnails, so I think the quality is definitely better. And also, as of recently, I also started adding a little hook, if you will, before the intro, where I basically explain what's going on, and I like it because I think it's a good way to kind of get you hooked into the video. I've improved a lot this year as a content creator, and I will continue to do so in the next year. And one of the main things that I've always done on the channel is reviewing stuff, whether it be episodes, an entire season. Reviews are essential to what I do on the channel, and mainly I'll be reviewing Ninjago stuff, but this year I also started reviewing non-Ninjago stuff too, such as movies, and recently I've been reviewing Season 1 of The Mandalorian, the new Star Wars show, so yeah, I've been doing some other stuff too. As I did in last year's year in review, let's take a look at some content from earlier in the year and compare it to some more recent videos.
I like the Oni invasion and the ninja making their last stand at the monastery. The Garmadon versus Omega fight was cool, especially where Omega does confront Garmadon and tells him that there is good in him. The tornado creation scene was amazing. It was really cool. It was the first time since Season 1.
So yeah, there's a clip from my March of the Oni season finale review. Obviously the biggest difference is my voice, and it'll continue to get deeper. I've moved past that voice crack phase from last year, but yeah, already from last year to this year my voice has deepened quite a bit. But actually talking about the structure of the video itself, my Ninjago reviews have mainly remained the same. I talk about the pros, I talk about the cons, and then I go over a brief rundown of my final thoughts on the episode, and then I rate it out of 10. So that has stayed the same from last year, and I'll probably continue to do that with Ninjago reviews. Now let's compare that with a more recent clip of my Mandalorian review. I feel that there's definitely some missed potential here. We could have had a bit more elaborated on, and that's what I feel is the ultimate problem with these 3 last episodes. A lot of things, mainly characters, are just being thrown out. It would be better if they could at least develop these side characters a bit more. My Mandalorian reviews are definitely different from my Ninjago reviews. Obviously I use a script, so there's the first thing, and they are definitely more professional seeming. I use different images for them as well, whereas with Ninjago I typically just talk over the title card. Despite a Mandalorian episode usually being around triple the length of a Ninjago episode, my reviews are a lot shorter due to me talking a lot faster with the script, so my Mandalorian reviews are generally around 3 minutes, whereas with Ninjago it could be anywhere from 6 to 8 minutes. Movie reviews also tend to be around that length too, and they're usually more casual, they're not as structured as my Ninjago or Mandalorian reviews. And then lastly there was the retrospect review series coming over from last year where I'd review old Ninjago seasons, and we finished that up earlier in the year, and that was succeeded by another series. Ninjago Face Off was the series that followed the retrospect reviews, and this series basically consisted of me comparing two related things. We started the series back in March, I think, sometime earlier in the year, and we did 10 episodes with the last one having been released in September. So yeah, this was considered Face Off Season 1, and next year I'm hoping to renew it, but do it a little bit differently, and I'll explain later in the segment how I intend to do it next year. But yeah, here's a look at Face Off from earlier in the year.
Him essentially losing the entire time. With Emperor Garmadon, we do have more depth to him, and this is the side of Garmadon that actually wins and takes over Ninjago. So in the end, I think Emperor Garmadon is going to be my favorite form of Garmadon yet, especially Season 9 and Season 10. These are just amazing showcase seasons for Garmadon.
And I love Emperor Garmadon so much that later on in the year, I would even go on to make a 10-minute analysis video of why Emperor Garmadon is the perfect Ninjago character. And yeah, I believe that is actually my best video yet. I use video clips, and I have it listed as the video for returning subscribers to watch. But anyways, back on topic to Ninjago Face Off, here's a more recent clip of the final episode. I think team seasons are the better of the two. It's just that the results for these are consistently better. With focus seasons, you have the potential to do really well with them or do pretty badly with them. But with team seasons, I just feel like it's generally going to be good. And that was the end of Face Off for a while, and there were a lot of people who left their ideas down in the comment sections, and I want to thank you guys all for the ideas you had, and also apologize because, of course, there were many that I didn't get to do, but next year I do plan on bringing Face Off back for its second season, and here's the idea. Face Off Season 1 is me, one person comparing two different things, but for Face Off Season 2, it'll be two people fighting over one thing, so a different kind of Face Off in a way. So I'll have a guest on the channel who disagrees with me about something Ninjago related, and then the guest and I will present opposing arguments about that. Then you, the viewer, gets to vote on whose argument was better, and then whoever wins, wins. This year I didn't do too many collaborations, so I think that'll be a good way to do some more next year. And lastly, I'd like to wrap up the video by evaluating the year for the community and Ninjago as a show, as well as talking about the various relationships we've made this year. I think it's safe to say that this was definitely a much better year for the community than last year. Last year there was just a lot of fire, a lot of drama going on, and of course there's always going to be drama, we can never stop that. This year we had our fair share of fake fan stuff, you know, when you don't like Season 11 and someone calls you a fake fan. I think that's always going to be the case, but this year I think it was a lot better than last year. And as for Ninjago itself, I don't think this was personally a really good year for the show. 2019 was host to two poorly received Ninjago seasons, the first of which was March of the Oni, and people complained that this was an underwhelming conclusion to the Oni trilogy, which I don't disagree with, but I still feel like it was a good season nonetheless. And then there's Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, and yeah, no, this season is my least favorite season yet. As I've said many times, I just don't like the season at all, and as it turns out, this year had both the show's longest and shortest season, and neither of them were really received well, so here's to a better 2020 for the show. This year I continued to serve as an admin on Brick Lover TV's Ninjago Discord, and I also created my own server, the DRL Hub, earlier in the year. It was very active at first, but it has since quieted down a lot, but that's okay. I'm very grateful that I've been able to connect with you guys and had the opportunity to talk with you guys outside of YouTube comments. This was also one of my most significant years in real life since 2016. I started high school, and I also started my first job as a karate instructor, fittingly enough. And overall though, I'd say this was a good second year as a Ninjago creator and in the Ninjago community, and now I'd like to wrap up by thanking the people who made this year great. I first would like to thank Overlord, Quick Bricks, and Ninja Man from Discord. It's been great getting to know you guys over the past few months, and I'm looking forward to 2020. And I would also like to thank Luke the Nindroid, Austin, and Booty for being cool guys and for supporting the channel. And lastly, I would like to thank you, whoever is watching this, for subscribing and being a part of the channel. It's been quite a long ride ever since that first day in January 2018, and it would not have been possible without you guys. And with that, we're going to wrap up our look back on the year. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as I've been saying forever, share with anyone everyone you know. Due to all of the Kappa stuff, this actually might be the last time you can comment on a video of mine, so please go ahead and use that comment sections before it's gone. You've probably heard this thousands of times now, but I'll see you next year. Not just next year, but next decade actually. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this video guys, and I hope you have the best new year.